What's up? Banning 13 here. Welcome back. Today we are doing the Zunimassa set dungeon. I'm going to show you how to do it, and we're going to complete this together. Now, before we get into that, if you guys, this isn't a build video. If you guys want detailed descriptions as to the gear I'm using and all the skills that I'm using, check out my build video. I'll have the link down in the comments. Oh, sorry, in the description below. So look in the description. I'll leave a link there. Click on it. Check out the build if you want. This is just primarily about the set dungeon. So I'm making a few changes with the Zunimassa's build. We're going to start with the skills. We're changing one skill. So we're taking out Soul Harvest for this. We don't need survivability for the set dungeon at all. We're actually going to have to stay out of melee range. We can't get really hit in this set dungeon whatsoever with melee attacks anyway. So everything dies really quickly and we're not going to be taking much damage, so we don't need Soul Harvest. We're taking that out and we're putting in Grasp of the Dead. This is part of the set dungeon. We must have this, and I'm using Rain of Corpses. So that is the only change. No, sorry, I lied. That is the only skill change we're making, but we're also changing a passive. So over here, we were using Fierce Loyalty. I've put in Spiritual Attunement for some extra mana because we're going to be spamming Grasp of the Dead. Spam, spam, spam. And we're going to run out of mana pretty quickly, and we want to keep spamming it to complete this set dungeon. So we're putting in Spiritual Attunement just for some extra mana. I mean, we don't need to move through this set dungeon really quickly. We just need to make sure that enemies die in the Grasp of Death. So, in the Grasp of the Dead, sorry. But I'm going to show you all exactly what I mean. If you guys haven't done this set dungeon, then this is all going to be new to you. You're not going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Alrighty. Now, gear changes. That is all we're changing for skills. We're changing one skill and one passive. Now, with the gear, we're making two changes. So, over here, we've got an offhand called Wilkins Reach, and what this does is actually reduces the cooldown of Grasp of the Dead, which is why we can just spam, spam, spam it everywhere with no cooldown whatsoever, but you will run out of mana, so you've got to sort of control it a little bit. But either way, we're putting that in, and now you've noticed that we've lost our 6 set bonus, so we're not going to even be able to do the set dungeon without our 6 set bonus, so we're putting in Zunimassa's wraps there, the Zunimassa gloves, and we're leaving Tasker and Theo out. We don't need to do a hell of a lot of damage in this, so we're going to be right, trust me. Everything will die quick enough and easy enough. So we're making those two gear changes, and this is going to make this set dungeon a hell of a lot easier, especially with Wilkins Reach. You can try do it without it, but I definitely recommend using this. It'll make it a lot easier. You'll probably do it the first or second time you attempt it. So it's an easy set dungeon. Now we're ready. We've got our skills ready. We've got our gear ready. We're going to open up our map here. You want to go over to Act 3, alright? Once you're in Act 3, we're going to the Core of Ariat. Core of Ariat. I'm going to bring up the map here. We're going to head to about here. So where the right curve sort of starts, we want to go right to the top there, where the hand is, where the cursor is, and that's where your set dungeon will appear. So let's head on over there. And just be careful from the fire furnace here that blows a bit of fire. Scorpions as well. Spirit Walk. So we head on over, go around, go around, go around, go around. And in this corner where I was telling you guys the portal would appear, voila, there it is. So you heard me talking a little bit about Grasp of the Dead. Now let's click and check out the objectives. Alright, so grip 150 enemies in the primary zone of Grasp of the Dead. So 150 enemies is quite a lot, so we definitely need to be spamming Grasp of the Dead, which is why we made the changes that we did with our gear and our skills. It'll make things a hell of a lot easier. So that's a little bit challenging, but it won't be with Wilkins Reach. And of course, do not allow any enemies into melee range, which I also mentioned. This is easy. We just stand the hell out of the way, let the pets do their damage. As long as you're spamming Grasp of the Dead and your pets are doing their thing, then you're not going to have a problem staying out of melee range. It'll be easy peasy. So I'm going to show you all how to do it now. Let's head in there, and then you guys can give it a go. Let's do it! Let's do it! And once we are in, summon your pets. Let's head on over to where the enemies lurk. So Grasp of the Dead straight away starts spamming. And as you can see with Spiritual Attunement, we're not running out of mana that badly. Don't spam like crazy, just time it nice. Make sure you aim for where the enemies are or you think will be. You got no problem. And you can see your pets just do their thing, they kill it. The pets do all the work for us. All we need to work on is staying the hell out of melee range. And because time isn't really against us in this set dungeon, there's no really right or wrong way on how to explore the map. I usually go around the outsides first and then I make my way into the middle, but this time I've kind of just gone another alternate way. Not really too worried about it. I don't think we'll struggle at all. There should be at least a minute left at the end of this, and we don't even have any speed buffs. I mean, some set dungeons really make you work hard to get things done on time. We're talking like seconds. Some of the brutal barbarian set dungeons were very challenging with time, and I had maybe a second or 2 or 3 left at the end. Whereas this one isn't like that. This is quite easy. Again, I have to mention Wilkins Reach. It makes it a hell of a lot easier. And spam Haunt as well every once in a while. It definitely adds to the damage and help you do this a lot quicker. And you see what I'm talking about there. We don't need Soul Harvest whatsoever. We're not taking any damage at all. It's mostly melee damage in this set dungeon, so it makes things a hell of a lot easier. So your elites aren't a problem. Elites are down so quickly. If you guys haven't checked out my build video, please do. As you can see, I've got 23 fetish summoned. They're not actually all fetish. 15 of those are Psychophants, but they look identical. They look like critters. Anyone seen that movie Critters back in the 80s, I think? I think I got the box set collection. But these fetish things remind me of critters. Remind me of the film big time. Oh, nearly got into melee range there. Make sure you work on your staying the hell out of melee range tactics. Don't be as bad as me. I'll let enemies get a bit too close. Come on, come on. We got this. We got this. A minute 45 to go, and we've explored most of the map. So now we can take a breather and just relax. I'm pretty confident that there's no way in hell we're going to fail this. I think this should be the last pack over here, maybe. No, a little bit more over here. But you can definitely see how spamming Grasp of the Dead helps. We've already completed the objective for Grasp of the Dead. I think with a cooldown it'll make things a hell of a lot harder. I don't know, I haven't tried it. I just think Wilkins Reach is the way to go. There it is, boys and girls. Nice and easy. As you can see, time was not an issue there whatsoever. We've done that easy as. Didn't need any speed increases or anything like that. So make sure you follow my strategies and tactics that I mentioned and my changes that I mentioned at the start of the video, and you should be absolutely sweet. If you're not too sure how the build works or you want more info on that, check out the link below in the description. Check out the build and then come back and do the changes for your set dungeon. And that is all for this set dungeon guide. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you found this helpful, and if you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe and show your support. Until next time, Bannock13 out.